Dude, we need Kamala Harris and the Democrats to lose because then people will see how terrible the Republicans are, and then America will move to the left. The idea that things have to get worse before they get better is called accelerationism, and it's dangerously wrong. My name is Keegan, and I'm an expert in the psychology of politics. Quote, there is now substantial archival research suggesting that during times of societal crisis, people are more likely to turn to authoritarian leaders and institutions for security, stability, and structure. When humans fear that they won't have enough to live, they start thinking in a zero-sum game type of way. And having that scarcity mindset makes people more conservative. Threats to the stability of the societal system increase politically conservative choices, decisions, and judgments. Remember how Bernie got more votes in 2016 than he did in 2020? People didn't see how awful Trump was and then moved to the left. Instead, Bernie did better when the failures of centrist liberalism were on display. Turns out, fascists being in power is not only bad for people, but for the left as well. I really can't emphasize enough, times of fear and anxiety and insecurity make people more conservative, not more progressive. So please, do what's right not only for people, but for the left, and vote for Kamala Harris. And remember that whom you vote for is only one small part of your political identity.
So a lot of organizations denied their staff Christmas bonuses because they were talking about how prices were going to increase if the 25% tariff is enacted from all the imported goods. And they had to cut short on some of the things they were supposed to do for Christmas for all their staff. Yeah, let's go ahead watch what these creators have to say. Then we'll come back and we'll talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and please do subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and also give this video a thumbs up.
Well, 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 wouldn't you know? So now you're finding out that Americans, you voted for Trump there, you're finding out that you may not get your Christmas bonuses because of the tariffs, because your employers are going to need to, quote unquote, stock up on supplies before the tariffs kick in. Ooh, people have been explaining what tariffs are for a long time now. Democrats have been trying to tell you it's a bad idea. FAFO. FAFO.
Well, that didn't take long. MAGAs are in a civil war with each other right now. Apparently, according to Heather Cox Richardson, a very smart historian from the United States who writes a newsletter, which you should definitely check out, there's like two sides of the MAGA camp now. One is the low information white voter who is definitely immigration negative. And then there's the tech bros, which helped Trump get elected because they spent a lot of money on his campaign, like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy and people like that. And they are all into creating more places for immigrant tech workers to come to the United States on temporary visas, which of course upsets the MAGA crowd, the America First MAGA crowd, because they are just saying things like, well, why do we need tech people from overseas? I thought there was all kinds of tech people being laid off recently. Why aren't we hiring them? And then the tech bros are saying, yeah, well, the American engineers aren't as good as the foreign engineers. And, and then the MAGA people are going, well, we like our engineers white. We don't want brown engineers here in the United States. What about America First? So this thing is getting a little bit ugly. In fact, Vivek Ramaswamy said, and he posted that tech companies hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers rather than native-born Americans because American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. He called for more math tutoring, fewer sleepovers, more weekend science competitions, fewer Saturday morning cartoons, more books, less TV, more creating, less chillin', more extracurriculars, less hanging out at the mall. Well, may I ask, what is more American than hanging out at the mall? Go MAGAs. Go, get each other, You can do this.
You need to make $360,000 before Donald Trump's tax policies will actually benefit you. And I got the data to prove it. If you make between $360,000 and $914,000 in 2026, that means that you're going to save $7,000 a year on average. If you're essentially a millionaire, you'll save $36,000 on average. But if you're not lucky enough to be in the top 4% of earners, this is you. These yellow bars are tax increases. This is all the working class families that voted for Donald Trump to save them money. You can look at the numbers yourself. It's from the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, and it breaks everything down. And the chart is technically wrong because it's saying a 20% tariff when Mexico and Canada are going to be facing 25% tariffs now. So the bad news is these already bad numbers are going to get worse. And here's the cherry on top. The government will lose almost $500 billion in revenue from this plan. So our already terrible budget is going to get worse. This should be like an I told you so moment for me since I spent so much of the election just preaching this exact message, but I don't feel great about it because in the end, it's just regular people getting screwed over by a guy who lied to them. Hopefully enough people learn the lesson from this that a guy who has lied tens of thousands of times since he came onto the political scene is not someone you should trust.
Hello, Magas. Not only are you going to be paying more for your groceries, you're also going to be paying more for your healthcare. You're going to be paying more for every other thing in between because you never listened. You just wanted to belong, so you didn't want to care about what anybody was saying. Look at how you're going to be spending money on groceries that was supposed to be reduced for you, like they said, which they will never do, okay? And of course, you're going to have to make a lot of money for you to live comfortably in the country. That is one thing that some of you never thought about. You just felt like, oh, I saw a video of a woman who was saying that the number of cheese she bought, her daughter loved to eat a lot of cheese, and that was why she voted for TP because her daughter eats a lot of cheese, and cheese are so expensive, she has to count them. That is why she has to vote for him because she wanted a reduced price in her cheese. Like she wanted to buy cheaper cheese. And I wonder if she's ever going to buy those cheaper cheese by the time those tariffs are, enacted, the policies that TP has are enacted. I wonder if she will ever buy those cheese as cheap as she's buying it right now. The truth is that some people just forget that the tax policy that you guys are currently in is actually TP's, not Biden's. But I'm sure a lot of MAGAs are not aware because they are not always ready to make their own researches. They always believe on what they are being told and they run with it. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Okay, share your thoughts with us in the comment section. All right, I would love to read from you. And please do what to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.